Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hi, I'm Z. If it's your first time here, I am a self-employed tattoo artist and also a self-proclaimed home decor lover. And because I live in New York City, it's so important to me to be able to make my apartment into a home, leaving the chaos outside and coming home and just being able to take a deep breath and just relax a little bit, calm the nerves. And so my apartment really needs to be my sanctuary. I apologize, my dog is licking my sleeve right now. Hey, pup. And one of my favorite ways to make my apartment feel like home is through these objects that I've collected over the years throughout my travels. Everywhere I look, I just feel happy because I see happy memories around me. So today I wanted to compile all of my found objects, prized possessions, little trinkets into a video and show you guys the things that really make my home feel like home. And I'm feeling extra sentimental today because we are going to be leaving this apartment in a couple of months. We are moving into a slightly larger space, into a more residential neighborhood, which I'm really excited about. I am really looking forward to showing you guys more of that journey of moving and then decorating a new place and settling in. But for now, I'm trying to enjoy this place as much as possible. And I thought this would be the perfect way to show y'all my home in a little bit more of a micro view. Without further ado, I'm going to show you some bigger objects first, then meet you back here to show you some of my smaller bits that I've collected over the years. So let's go on a tour. No surprises here. Of course, the first object that I need to show you guys is my Coromandel. This is truly my prized possession. I'm so proud to be the mother of this screen. If you can't tell, the journey that she went through to get to New York City was pretty insane because I found her on Facebook Marketplace, out, far away, way too far for me to drive and to pick it up. And I saw her on my screen and I fell in love. I've been shopping for a Coromandel divider screen for a really long time and I've seen many, and still to this day I still see many on Facebook Marketplace, and I have not seen one that I love more than this one. And let me tell you why. It's because I just am so in awe of the balance, the negative space with the clouds and the herons. Everything's just balanced compositionally so beautifully. And so I called up a couple companies in the small town that she was in, and I was like, could you please drive it to New York City for me? Finally, one company agreed to it and they drove her here, and honestly, no regrets. Every morning I wake up, the sunlight just hits the silver paint and it gleams, and such a privilege to be her mother. So if you've watched any of my outfit videos, you know that this is generally the background that I like to film in. And I saw this tallboy dresser on Vintage Vagabond. Again, I will always shout her out. Her furniture is amazing. I have such an appreciation for like vintage wood furniture because the amount of craftsmanship that goes into that you will never find at IKEA, of course, but also West Elm and Pottery Barn and all these companies. I never see this level of solid wood construction. And yeah, she's a beautiful mama. And over here is my beautiful brutalist mid-century modern mirror. It is a huge mirror, like way taller than I am. And we got it for less than $200, if you can believe that. If you've done any mirror shopping, you know mirror shopping is so expensive. And I check my outfits in it every day, and honestly, it just makes it 10 times better. Highly recommend getting a beautiful mirror to check your outfits in. So I get a little bit sad because I feel like this black lacquer bird pedestal doesn't get enough attention as it deserves. It's kind of hiding in the corner, so that's totally my fault, but I feel like it's the detail that really counts, and having this in the corner has really filled in this space over here. It mirrors the black Coromandel with the herons on it so perfectly, and it just has this stunning phoenix on it. It's the perfect pedestal to have my lovely little Pothos on. Actually, no, she's a big girl now. My lovely big Pothos. We found her in a vintage shop so randomly, hiding in the very back. It definitely felt like she was getting no attention there. I knew that I wanted to feature that Coromandel and this pedestal in the same place. And in this bedroom, she's actually found her place, so I'm super happy about that. Okay, so now we are moving on to the found objects that are a little bit smaller. The first one is very, very special to me because I collected this from the UK while I was still living there, and it was definitely a journey, as most of these objects are. It comes as a set, so I thought I'd piece them together anyway. It is my Portuguese cabbage crockery set. So it is the full set. I have a little coffee cup, a more proper tea mug, a small soup bowl, a small salad plate, and as well the larger plates like the size of my head. So what's really funny is for a long time in my friend group, I was very much known as the girl that was obsessed with cabbage crockery. Thankfully, that obsession has died down a little bit because I have the full frickin' set, and it is truly gone through so much to get here. So the lore is that I found this on eBay while I was still living in London during the pandemic, and I saw it, fell in love with it, as you do. So it was based out in Folkestone, which is a seaside town in the UK, and I asked my friend if she'd be willing to journey with me there, take the train for a couple hours so that I could pick this eBay cabbage crockery set up. It was from an older couple, and I think they were ready to move to retirement homes, know what to do with a lot of their stuff, so they were selling the cabbage crockery, and I'm very happy that they decided to sell it because I brought this back to London flew it all the way down to Toronto and then drove it down to New York, and that was the first time I opened up the box and properly used all my cabbage crockery, and it is such a staple in my home, and every time someone comes and visits, they love it. They love eating from it, drinking little tea lattes from it, so yeah, that is my prized possession of cabbage crockery. Next up, we have a very special little lady. I will show you her booty first. This is a Qing Dynasty ceramic that we got from a specialty Chinese vintage store in London. She is so beautiful. I'll show a close-up here. And I was just really in awe of, you know, how confident and how serene she looks. She's just kind of laying there all naked with her titties out and her bush, and I don't know, something about it just really speaks to me. Next up, I have these little Japanese paper mache objects here. I'm very much into the Chinese zodiac, and these are the symbols of my brother, who is born in 97, so he is an ox. This is for me. I'm born in 99, so I am a rabbit, and I don't know, I just thought having these two in my home, it kind of gives me a sense of family. I really want to find a monkey one because my parents are both monkeys. Speaking of the Chinese zodiac, I thought this would be an appropriate time to show y'all these little rabbits that my friend made me. This is a little rabbit that my friend made from polymer clay. Got these little tiny ears that are so demure. And then I have this little ceramic one that my friend made. She is a ceramicist, and I drew on the eyes myself, but she sculpted the whole thing. And it means so much to me when people gift me things like that. And I also have this little bunny dude that my friend got me in Hong Kong. It's also a chopstick rest. I just love that they hang out on the shelf as a little bunny trio. Very precious. One of my favorite things to do when I'm traveling is to look for objects that I can collect, specifically from cultures that make a lot of folk art. So when I went to Mexico, specifically Oaxaca, this past year, I was very set on trying to find like a Mexican folk art mask. And so here we have this little angel and devil duo. I actually found these in two separate areas of Oaxaca, but I love the way these two just pair together, and the sizes are perfect. Like they both just kind of are similar sizes in mass, and I think they look beautiful together. So I kind of have them paired together as one art piece, an angel and a devil. So I'm sure throughout this video you have seen my little puppy here who's a little bit hyper at the moment. I have this painting that my friend drew of him. She is such a talented artist based in London, Zara Craddock, shout out. She painted this absolute precious painting of Puffin when he was a puppy, like a true puppy, and it just sits on our shelf. So special to me when friends put in the effort to make something for me. For me, it means just so much more than purchasing an item and gifting it, because I know that they carefully chose this photo to paint off of. The background and everything just pairs so well together, and the fur is just, it really captured his puppy fur when he was really young, and I'm obsessed with it. I look at it all the time. Everyone who comes over, they always compliment it. They're like, oh my gosh, who drew that? And I'm like, my friend did it for Puffin and me, and it's very special. Probably one of my most commented on objects from social media whenever I post about it on TikTok and YouTube. And it is my Sun Wukong mask. I found this lovely little guy in Chinatown just walking down the street, and I saw him and he stared back at me, and I just knew that I had to have him. Let me put it on. Don't be scared, but let me put it on. And yeah, I actually think that this was supposed to be a mask for performances. I'm gonna take that off now because it probably looks really freaky. This is actually very sentimental for me because my mother used to read Sun Wukong, the story, to us every day after dinner. And so this just kind of evokes a lot of memories of family and family time and just childhood and nostalgia, honestly, because we also used to watch this in Chinese school sometimes, and the theme music, I can just hear it in the background. I think it's just such a statement piece. Like, everyone comments on it because it is so nostalgic and so many people know about it if you grew up Chinese. And last but not least, I couldn't make this video without including our photo albums. So these are photo albums that my boyfriend and I made when we started dating. I kind of had a feeling that he was going to be someone special, and so I was very adamant about wanting to keep up a lot of our memories. So this whole album is just full of all our travels throughout the years to Stonehenge, which was our first travel. And then the second album kind of documents more our second year of dating. It's actually not that full because we got a little bit lazy with printing out the Polaroids, but it kind of documents us moving to New York and also getting Puffin. So these are very special to us, and we keep these on our coffee table so our guests can enjoy them and kind of see the journey of our love story. And it's a very essential part of our home. I think that if there was a fire and I had a couple minutes, I would definitely pick up at least one of these albums because they mean so much to us. Those are the 10 found objects in my home that mean a lot to me. There are actually a lot more objects in here that I could talk about, so maybe there will be a part 2. Let me know if you'd be interested because I love talking about the stuff that I've found over the years. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour. It was my pleasure to show you around, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!